In the last session with Group 2, you all followed a lead given to you, well, not given to you, that you had found yourselves about a man named uh, Raymond Otters, who has, who has a private, independent, archaeological kind of expedition esque business where he offers up to be a guide for groups that wish to be taken to hazardous places with the help of an expert, where they would cover all the equipment. They'd bring all the equipment, all you gotta do is pay for it, and they would cover the equipment and things along those lines. And you said, we're interested in exploring. Can we come in? You all arrived at, oh, hiccup, Forgotten Worlds, went to the front desk, filled out a bit of paperwork, read some documents, and met with Raymond Otters in the back room where you disclosed that you were looking for your friend, who was, I believe you called it, oh, you said his name was Norman. Like, I didn't meet any Norman, and he gave you the name that Norman had given him at the time, which is obviously a fake name. And it was revealed by you all that he was looking for information pertaining to artifacts as well as Vincent Rowan, and you all revealed that you were also looking for Vincent Rowan, and you were told by Raymond Otters that Vincent was a former colleague of his, and they had been archaeologists together back in the day before they split off, and he went on his own way to make his own private company, and he has not spoken to Vincent in a long time. You then, in the meantime, while this is happening, Yuri looked at some books on the shelf pertaining to Eremos and its culture and its beliefs, and he had a pretty sickening feeling looking at one of the pictures. When he sat back to focus, more questions were asked about the overall events of Vincent and Norman. You were told that a place that Vincent likes to frequent is called Jack or Jill. It's off in the southwest side of Basic City, and that you all should investigate there. You, before leaving, were also given a bit of information that there was a new artifact in the city, and that, or at least the new artifact being unveiled tonight in the city, and that if it was truly an artifact of such importance, that Vince would most likely be there. However, it is an invite-only, very hush-hush and quiet event that people aren't really privy to times unless they are directly invited. And as such, you were like, we can not get involved with that, but you should be careful involved in that event, Raymond. And you all made your way out, saying you might come back for his services in the future. You all split off. Yuri went to go book a private theater showing a bit later at the downtown motion picture theater. And in the interim, Rashawn and Alexei made some phone calls and ventured around town. Eventually, I say eventually twice, which led you all to meeting up downtown again. Ironically enough, you all met downtown once more, having gone your own separate ways. Some of you went to libraries, some of you making phone calls to family about money, some of you looking into this tape that Yuri had found in the library. Alexei followed Yuri to the theater. Rashawn said he'd wait outside and sat on a bench in the downtown area. And you both went to the theater, and you watched the trailer from the launch of the game, which showcased old outtakes from the Eremos Unearthed project, which is an old project from which we gathered from the tape's labeling of the year and the date. And you had two. Alexei watched outtakes of an archaeological dig. It was cut snippets of conversation and footage and narration, but Alexei saw a bit, Yuri saw a bit deeper into the footage and witnessed more unsettling imagery for reasons he could not quite comprehend at the time. And when the film came to its conclusion, the tape kind of rattling against the back end of the spool, Alexei gave a small applause for the showcase and said, "That was spooky." And Yuri was staring absentmindedly at the screen. And that's where we pick up.
I truly think that Alexei is too damn stupid or too simple-minded to be able to have too many things affect him that much.
Damn.
So,
I am just Fisherman.
so you were clapping in the seat of the theater. Yuri, you were kind of in the projector booth, just watching the tape on a blank white screen currently.
trying to match the beat of the claps now.
I think Yuri? How struck should I be about this?
I mean, you did fail one of your sanity checks with that one. That was a failed sanity check with this roll.
I think I will let this sanity check be one that throws me back a bit, almost terrified of the tape itself.
Okay. Alexi, you hear the fake kind of shuffling of feet kind of, and then something kind of falls up in the projector booth upstairs where Yuri is.
I'm gonna turn and gonna kind of get out of my seat and glance at the booth and see if I can see a Yuri. I like watching Yuri.
Yeah, you peek through the booth for a moment. It's like the blind light of the projector like lands in your eye, and you kind of veer past it. You kind of focus your vision behind it, and you see Yuri has kind of stumbled back into a garbage bin in the bathroom. It's almost like fallen like on his back against the wall, kind of slumped down. Looks
You
very
alright, old
frazzled.
man?
A tape. A tape. Yes. No. I'm alright. I'm alright, Alexei.
It was spooky, but I didn't think it was that spooky.
It's fine. It's fine. I will go and pop it out and slot it into my bag.
Are you sure you're alright? You look...
Why wouldn't they be?
Because you look like, You look like my uncle when he hasn't had enough rakia.
I do not know what that means.
He's an alcoholic.
Ah. No, I'm fine. I think I should go home.
Should you get something to eat first? Have you eaten today?
I don't remember.
Is your sugar low?
I think I'm very confidently actually know my blood sugar. Probably I'm a doctor. No. Actually, I have a history of high blood sugar.
What do they call that? Diabetic?
No, I am not diagnosed with diabetes, but I am abnormally high. I have to keep check of myself.
What do they give people for that? Is it,
I
Do
assume
we have
you're-
insulin yet?
I assume you're walking the theater right now, right?
Oh yeah, we're walking out. We're leaving.
In terms of insulin, obviously they do have insulin, but usually this isn't really. I'm trying to find my medicine. I'm trying to find my medical stuff in here. But yes,
Yeah, because insulin was invented like the late 1800s.
Yeah,
It's been around for a long time.
They definitely have insulin. I'm trying to see if there's any specific medicine I put in this game they might use. No, but I'll say for now they have insulin. I mean they have EpiPens in this game, so they probably definitely have insulin shots that you can take. So yeah.
We use a type of injector called an EpiPen with insulin.
Fascinating. That is a medicine?
Yes.
Okay. Most of the time we have low or high blood sugar. The answer is generally some sort of alcohol.
I do not drink.
No, it doesn't matter if you drink or not. You take it as medicine. You give it to baby. When they're crying, they go to sleep.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
The two of you push at the door of the theaters, kind of swing out to the side. You glance around to see if you can catch Rashawn. The bench where he's sitting, kind of nearby-ish the theater. He's not there, but you do see something on the ground, like kind of left behind where he was sitting.
Like a person?
No, just an object, small.
Yeah, there's a
object
corpse on the ground where Rashawn was.
Some
Family Guy, death pose.
small object kind of glinting on the bench, or I guess a bit underneath to the side of the bench.
Strange.
What do you see?
There is something over there. Can I try to ascertain what it is from here?
I'll say if you're looking at it for a few seconds, it's not very large. It's about like palm sized. Also, just from this distance, it looks like, from what you can get, I mean, you saw it one time in action. It looks like Rashawn's knuckle dusters.
Where would he leave those?
You've only ever seen them in his pocket before, and he only ever puts them on when he's going to fight someone. So, you're not too sure what might have transpired, but they are there, seemingly left behind, whether absent-mindedly or purposefully. It's unsure.
Are they like set down, or do they look like they have been like pushed around?
They definitely have been pushed around, most likely.
I'm gonna walk up to them.
Okay.
Are they bloody at all? Like they've been used?
No, not bloody. Upon overall observation of this, Sean is very, at least from your experience, seems to be very collected. The only time he's ever removed it, of course, is either been when he's been stressed. Kind of, maybe you've seen him put them, like hold them in his hand when he's been stressed, and kind of like put them on and then take them off again. So perhaps it was a stress relief thing, and he just left them behind, or perhaps he left in a hurry, or perhaps he was throwing in his pocket something out and they fell out. But regardless, they were left here, and he's not been one to leave things behind before.
Mm-hmm.
But no blood, and of all things from to have left behind, this is one of the more peculiar things. If he would,
I want to look around.
Okay.
Like, this seems really weird.
There are people all around. This is downtown. There are people all around, of course. There are people sitting on benches nearby. People that are kind of just talking in the area.
Anyone staring at, like, our direction at all?
Either roll me wisdom or intelligence, your choice, to see if you can find.
Okay. Roll.
You see like an older
77.
dude across the street, sitting at a bench, kind of staring over there. Just looking at y'all just across the way. He's just squinting at you. Does old man stare, one eye kind of raised. He's gonna look in your direction. Big old bifocals on.
I'm gonna pick up the knuckle dusters.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of... Is Yuri still with me?
Yes. No, he just walked off.
Well, I know your brain's not very great, so I'm...
Come on, man. I'm not biting to your bed.
Damn.
You're gonna go find corn pop if I'm not careful.
Uh-oh.
Rashons.
Do you think he's alright?
I don't know. He doesn't... I don't understand why he would discard these, especially like this. This wouldn't make any sense if... This doesn't seem good. Also, we are being watched.
Alright. Let me look around a little bit. Alright. I'm going to look around for any evidence of human matter of any kind.
Go ahead and roll with that. I'll say same thing, intelligence or wisdom, your choice.
By the way, I can add a D10 to any... Oh, that's still gonna be better.
Crap.
Yeah.
That's really
Here's gonna be better. I forgot about my lookout trait.
Oh.
the 90.
Still better than what I could do. That's good.
I will say, no human matter, but I'd say you would see like, what would you see? There's no blood or like teeth on the ground anywhere.
I was gonna say tooth fragments, but if the knuckles aren't bloody, I doubt anything got that far.
No blood or teeth fragments anywhere in the area. I'd say what you could glean in terms of this would be kind of nearish where he was sitting. Looks to be like a half-eaten like snack wrapper, kind of off on the side, and kind of dropped to the side of the bench as well.
Ooh.
And you remember
Can you
Sean
look-
had grabbed a snack earlier when he was downtown, but he didn't finish it. He kind of just either left it and tossed it, or it fell off the bench or something.
Snack wrapper and Knuckles left behind. I think someone has taken Rishon.
Taken. Like kidnapping?
It doesn't make sense. Why would he leave this snack unfinished? And his Knuckles.
I'd like to point out, I keep my machete. I have a. Think of you ever seen waist holsters? To go around like your midsection.
Yeah.
I wear it around my waist so that I can keep my jacket on and not to be shown. But there is a machete in my coat that I'm currently like holding with my hand.
That's cute. I have a morphine needle.
He's gonna make you OD in the street.
I mean, to be fair, using that in a fight would honestly be a fucking move and a half because morphine activates quick.
I do have 2 morphine shots on me for a reason. No, it's
Somebody-
because I'm a doctor.
Somebody goes to swing and they just like brush your teeth because their muscles aren't working properly anymore.
They go to swing, I dodge under it, and using my doctor's sight, I instantly see the perfect vital point for a vein puncture, and I.
Well, remember, the more elevated somebody's heart is in a fight they would be, the quicker it's going to get into the bloodstream.
I'll stab right for the heart. Inject morphine straight into the heart.
Actually, it would kill you.
I know. Don't turn around to Lexi.
Well,
But
also-
also, there's someone watching us.
There is. This is, again, slightly off topic. Another thing you could do with those syringes, fill them up with air and get somebody in their veins.
No.
Push
I'm
that
not
in,
that evil.
their heart will explode.
I'm not that evil. I'm not the heart burster.
Just let you know. Just saying.
You said that someone was watching us.
Across the street, old man. Glasses. Staring.
Do I get into downtown a lot?
I'd say you would, yeah.
I'm gonna start walking forward as if nothing's up, but I'll try to get like peripheral glances at this guy to see if I recognize him.
I'll say no roll required. Never seen this old man day in your life.
Assuming Alexi is beside me, I will. It's busy. I don't have to be too quiet. I don't recognize him. I've been to the downtown district quite a bit. I don't recognize him at all.
He's been watching intently over here since we walked over. Which means the way he's looking is like he likely saw something, or knows something. But his indiscretion is what frightens me.
Perhaps we should contact authorities.
Might be a good idea, but I'm worried about giving names.
We would just.
Somebody knows of any of our involvements with anything, and they specifically went for Rashan? They might be doing it to try to get to us.
You seem very paranoid.
I've dusted hands with people who don't exactly have the best in mind for people. You want to get to someone, you take someone they know. You wait to see who answers the door. Paranoia is one thing. It means it's irrational. This is rational.
What do you think we should do then?
We need to contact our employer.
Hasn't our employer been off the grid recently.
Norman has been MIA according to Elizabeth, and the last person that saw Norman was Raymond Honors, who said that he was looking for Vincent. And the last lead you had on Vincent was a place called Jack or Jill, and that's where you guys were gonna go after the theater after you all had finished in the theater. That's where Rashawn was waiting around for that.
You said that was a southwestern place, right over in Old Town.
Yep, it's just north. It's a bit beyond. It's not like on the outskirts of Old Town, but yeah, in the Old Town area, just in the outskirts of it.
But the only lead we have on that is all the way in Old Town. That's quite a distance.
It is. But what else are we going to do? We contact the authorities, we have to give names, statements, and everything the last places we saw him. We have to answer more questions than what we want to, and then if we can't answer questions, we get suspicious.
I don't want to take any rash action, but that much time being wasted might be all the time we have.
Cops also don't follow things like this. They'll look into it, but they won't.
Alexei, I'm not talking about the police. I am telling you that maybe we should take action.
Finding him ourselves?
We have a lead, don't we? If you think the old man might speak, perhaps you should approach him.
Da. I'm gonna take a quick deep breath, and I'm going to begin to taunt my way over to the old man.
Okay.
I am going to try to be inconspicuously leaning against a wall of sorts and keep an eye on any dubious vehicles or persons heading in their direction.
All right. Go ahead and give me a let's say wisdom check this time. What's happening? So you walk across the street, old man.
Holy shit!
Damn. Old man.
I got post horror clarity from that video.
Old man is craning his neck to look at you for a second and looks away again. And then when you start walking closer, he looks over at you again. You start walking closer to him. He eyes you. Just huffs. Looks away.
Good evening, sir.
What do you want?
I saw you were looking at me over there, and I was wondering if you saw a dark-complected old man, dark-complected man with dreads around.
Yep, I saw the man sitting there. I saw him. Yep.
Did you see where he went?
He walked off in a hurry. Let's see what he saw. Time to roll. See what the old man saw. Give him this. He walked off in a hurry. Didn't see what direction, but he did walk. He went deeper into downtown. I don't know what, but he was calm one moment, and then he stood up in a hurry, and he walked off.
Just deeper into downtown?
That's what I saw him do.
Strange.
Yep, he was a calm fellow, and then he wasn't a calm fellow, and he walked off and left behind some stuff. And I thought you two was thieves taking it, so I was watching you to see what you were doing. But thieves don't hang around too long when they're stealing things. And
Not
you
thieves.
Oh, you're not thieves. And what are you? You're not thieves.
What was that?
That's the point. No, you gotta ask the old man what he said. You gotta ask him when he's an old man.
Okay. Sorry, sir, I didn't quite catch that.
I said, and what are you if you're not thieves? Messing around with that man's belongings and putting his things in your pockets.
Well, I wanted to give it back to him.
Well, not looking in the right place. Yeah, I think I saw something. I think I saw something.
You saw something?
I think so.
Also, why would I be asking about the man if I was wanting to steal his stuff?
You might want to steal more of his stuff. I don't know what thieves do anymore these days. Thieves have changed since I was a young man, so perhaps you thieves work differently now.
No. I don't work. Sorry, I was tapping into fucking Adamani accent there for a second. I went from Slavic to Portuguese real quick.
Your bloodline would hate you.
Well, no, that's just the Portuguese accent is very close to it in a traditional Latin accent, which is why it works. So it wouldn't hate me.
Perhaps. But I'm a nationalist.
Alexi.
Sorry, sir.
You don't see any strange cars or people walking up to you there, from what you can gather. It looks like a pretty normal day. Honestly, there's a bit less traffic down here, you can see, because of the gallery being more secured by the PSOs in the area, with permission for this next showing, you're guessing. So
I'm just trying to look out for the man as much as I can.
Oh.
He's a friend, and I would like to know where he went.
Oh, he's a friend. Then yep, I definitely saw something.
What did you see?
I hate this guy.
Someone walked by and slipped him a piece of paper, and he read it, and he left in a hurry.
What did the person who walked by look like?
It had a hood and an umbrella, but that's all I saw. And I look peculiar for someone to have an umbrella when it's not raining.
Was it nicer clothing or something more like mine?
Yeah, that was a big old drab coat he was wearing. So,
Like a trench coat?
I would say so, yes. With a high collar and a hood.
Like a war vet trench coat, or?
I couldn't be certain. I've seen that coat plenty of times. It's a pretty common coat for folks around here during the rainy season, so it could have been anyone. But they gave him a piece of paper and he stood up.
Did you see anything else beyond that, or?
No. Just paper given, and then your friend looked rather eager to leave, and he stood up real fast and dropped his stuff, and he kept moving. And you remind me of my grandson, actually. My grandson used to look just like... just going into this old man talk, it's just speaking to him.
I'm gonna pull out two cards, and I'm gonna hand
What a
them.
gun.
He takes it. Oh, you're too kind. I will use this for my lunch and for my bus fare. Oh, there's no bus fare. Buses are free. I forgot. This is a paradise. It's free public transportation. I will use this for my lunch and a dinner today, perhaps. You are so kind. You definitely remind me of my grandson. The more I think about it, he starts going back into the thing again. What? But he will just ramble. Whether you walk off or stay, he will just start rambling about his grandson.
Well, thank you for your time, so I'm gonna go find my friend. I'm gonna start walking off.
And at one time, my grandsons. You're walking further away. But yeah, what do the two of you do now? You see.
I'm gonna walk up
Walk
up to Yuri and tell him what the old man told me.
All right. That is better than what I was thinking. So where to?
And apparently he was heading more towards that. So, do we go for our employer or do we go for Rashan?
There is no guarantee that our employer is anywhere near where we're trying to go.
And downtown is much closer than Old Town too, so that's all we saw. And he went in a hurry, so how long was that film? 10 minutes max?
Gosh, how long was that film?
About 5-10 minutes.
He can't have gone that far.
Well then, let's go.
We head.
All right.
Give head to the old man.
Yeah. You are already in the downtown area. So where would you like to begin looking?
Where would someone who panics go if they're heading deeper to downtown?
Well, you know, the Rashawn was following Vincent and Norman's tracks. So wherever he went either pertains to that or something a lot more alarming than that case going on.
I'm not much for investigating. Do you have any ideas? Good at seeing things, but that's about all.
Well, given that Rashon is not entirely from here, I would doubt he has any familial ties. Probably not many friend ties either. So, perhaps the note told him of somewhere to meet, or gave him information that he wished to act on immediately. But it was quick enough that he left behind. Perhaps he dropped his knuckles on purpose. Sort of like a, bring no weapons kind of thing.
I think he would have stashed them if that was the case, though. He kind of just threw them.
I don't know Rashan that well. I cannot judge his character. We just have to go deeper. Perhaps we should ask around. Has anyone seen this tall man with darker skin?
Rashawn likes to frequent like bars and restaurants, doesn't he? If I remember correctly.
Not really, no. Rashawn came to the city from what you guys were told to get his. He liked a certain comic book artist he liked a lot, and he came to get a comic book signed by them. They're doing a signing in downtown, but he already got that signed a while ago.
Would it be Aramosian or Aramosite or
Oh, he'd be.
Aramosian?
It's a lot easier. I mean, you're close. It's just the motion part. Don't the air motion. It's just motion.
Emotion?
He's just motion. Just motion. He's a motion person.
Emotion.
Motion.
All right. Perhaps we should ask around if anyone has seen a tall Mosin person.
Not a bad idea. You could probably stick out here.
I would know. He does stick out.
Just go around.
Give me a charisma check, and I will roll your percentile.
Me?
Yes, please.
Oh no, but Gabe, I have deterring stature. If someone finds me threatening, which I'm 5'9", I hope they don't. I'm bad at that. Ha! Fuck you. I'm rolling nothing but bangers tonight.
Okay. Walk over to someone, asking about Rashawn. Roll percentile check. You would get information that he was seen briefly downtown. He walked hastily to a nearby, what essentially is a bus stop, and got on one of the first buses that showed up that was heading. Let's see which one the bus was heading to. He took a bus to what would have been the labor district, I'd say.
Okay. I will head to the bus stop or a bus stop and check the routes to see which ones do that around this time.
By the time you left, there is a bus that kind of follows this circuit. I'll put it on the map. That follows kind of this circuit here. It is like the one that I can't. How do you do it? Is it right click? Is it shift click? How do I put multiple pings?
I think hold down control, and then you can let go of left click and just clicks.
And the bus kind of does this route right here almost.
Oh man, is that the easiest bus to take to get somewhere like downtown or Old Town? Like, is maybe
now there's a direct bus to Old Town. This is just one of the buses that kind of crosses most of the area. There's a direct bus to Old Town. Only the bus that would do that would be one of the more southern-based buses that goes very similar to that one, but we go from this direction here though.
Which bus would he have been on then? Can I narrow that down?
If he caught a bus in the labor district, it was one of the. It could be any of the buses, to be honest with you, in the labor district. There's only about 3 buses that go to the labor district around that time. There's the one we saw before that would have done that little figure 8 thing. There's one that would have gone, from downtown Labor to Old Town, then back to downtown again in that kind of triangle. And the other one that does it will just go straight to the Labor District, and then back up kind of to the Northeast District up here. Oh, didn't memorize it. Yeah, up here, and then back down here again. So the way the buses work is they work in triangles. They all work in triangles, and there's that really long bus that hits every major point around the city. But all of them work in triangles. They'll kind of like, you know, this right here. Most buses will do like this here between two different areas. If they're trying to kind of cover land, they'll do like most circuits will end up like this, and kind of function like that similarly. But so the one he took could either be, regardless of where they went, all of his buses would either lead to Old Town eventually, or head up to the Northeast District, depending.
Okay. Did Alexei go off and try to get his own information, or?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, because there are buses that go directly to Old Town, but not around the time that Rashawn caught one.
All right. I'm not going to act until I have Alexei's information.
All right. Over to you, Alexei. What are you looking for in particular in regards to Rashawn? Just the same thing, if anyone had seen him around?
Similar thing, but I'm also adding, seen a Demosian man, big, tall, and of looking like he might be on drugs.
Go on, roll the charisma. And I'll roll your percentile check.
Alrighty. Charisma's my worst stat, so here we go. That's a 92!
Yeah, holy shit. I rolled your percentile, so asking those questions, someone would give information that they also saw him briefly. He kind of stopped by one of the like snack stands while waiting for the bus to buy a quick snack of something to eat. And he ordered a little bit more than just a quick. He ordered enough for like a few hours of walking around, looking like he wasn't like just like a quick like hot dog bite. He bought like 4 hot dogs in that chance, you know, like things you could eat while you're on the move frequently. And he'd be out for a while.
Did you see him get on the bus or anything?
No, I did not see him get on the bus at all. I just came to my stand, bought some food, and then walked back to the bus stop. I didn't follow him after that. I just walk off towards the bus stop.
Alright. Thank you. I'm gonna go back to Yuri.
He will find Yuri panickedly looking at all the bus routes to determine which one he would realistically be taking and where he's trying to go.
I'm gonna look around at the bus stop to see if I can find any evidence of Rashawn being here. Because if he's got 4 hot dogs, he's got at least eat one. That's too many hot dogs.
Left some crumbs.
There's a nearby trash bin. If you would like to check the trash bin for a hot dog wrapper, you're welcome to. A little hot dog container.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also for a note.
This would be a bit rougher one. Just go ahead and roll me a D100, please. This would be a lot rougher of a check here.
So I'm not the smartest cookie. So
And I'm just saying, this would be a tougher one to see if you can find specifically a Rashawn eating hot dog. Do Mosins eat hot dogs differently than Gassians do? Who knows?
How would I just roll straight up D100 in here?
Just do /R in the text chat.
Yeah, /R 1D100.
1D100. 11.
I rolled a percentile check with that as well. You go to the trash can, and immediately you see like 2-3 hot dog boxes on top of it, like on the upper level of it. And this is almost a near full bin at this point in time. It is nearing like about 4:30 p.m. at this point, judging by the clock actually.
Do any of them look fresh?
Seeing as they're on top, they're probably one of the more recent pieces of trash in there.
How wet are they?
Not very. It's
What?
not raining today. Not really raining today. I know the map has rain on it right now, but it's not really raining today right now. It's like got overhang or overcast, but so they're all pretty dry. One's got a piece of gum stuck on it, but that's about it.
He ate hot dogs here.
You would hear Alexi say that Yuri is looking at the bus map and that he ate hot dogs here.
What?
Well, the person said that he bought like 4 hot dogs. There are 3 in this trash can, which means he might still have 1 hot dog.
Did my guy say he got on the bus or he went to a bus stop?
He got on the bus.
So he bought 4 hot dogs, ate 3 of them waiting for a bus.
Nah.
Got on the bus with the hot dog.
So it appears it's more grim than we thought.
So, what?
Why would you get on the bus with a hot dog?
The quad
You're not going to eat it now, it's going to get cold.
Perhaps he will eat it on the bus. Maybe he was just waiting it out.
But then the condiments on the hot dog are going to make it soggy.
What are you talking about? You don't even know if he has condiments. He might eat them dry.
Who does that?
He could be a real glazy goblin.
Emotions.
I'll say neither of you know enough about Moses to know their eating habits or if they use sauces or spices or both or anything like that. So I wouldn't. There's not a rule required. Whatever you believe is what you believe.
Okay. That awful joke out of the way. All right, Gabe. I'm gonna pull some big brain shit. How long do you think it would take one man to down a hot dog if he was not doing it to be quick, but to wait?
Like 3-4 minutes.
So let's say that once he left, which was probably around the time we went in the theater to watch the film, because there's no way he would have left at the end of it. He has too much of a lead on us at this point. Let's say he was at the bus stop for almost 12 minutes eating hot dogs. Which bus would that be, realistically?
You know, genius work there. I would say, for the sake of your knowledge, it'd be this bus here. That was very clever.
No way.
That was a very clever check. It'd be this one here.
I went to
Bus
Google
that
something,
goes to the labor district. No fucking way.
Well, no,
and because my brain keeps
speci-
hearing it, I accidentally typed in hot dog.
It's specifically the one that goes Labor District then to Old Town afterwards. So either one of those could be a stop, or anywhere in between those.
Oh, shit. Didn't you
But
say there was one that goes straight to Old Town first, though?
That would have been around the time he left. That one comes in like a few, like half an hour or so.
So it's not possible for him to have gotten on the one that goes to Old Town first.
No, he had to have gone to Labor District first. He has to have gone there first and then gone around somewhere else afterwards.
Ah, shit. Alexei. He could be going to the labor district or to Old Town. And I don't know which one.
Well, if he was following the lead, he might be going to Old Town.
He might. Damn it. Do we
I
take
don't
the risk
think so
or do
right
we
now.
separate?
No, take a risk. We do not separate.
Well then. How busy is the cab network right now?
Downtown, not very busy currently. Because again, this is everyone that is coming in from downtown. It either looks like they're a government official that is checking in at a hotel across the street for the gallery showcase happening tonight, or they're working as like a PSO or they're a reporter. A lot of the cabs in use are, ferrying pretty important people to and from. But this seems like again, you were told from Ramon, this is a very small, invite only crowd, so they aren't in high volume of being used.
Do I know from my time being in the city which one of these cab services has the most road smart people that know the real quick routes?
Go ahead and just give me an intelligence or charisma check, your choice.
Those are equivalent, and so I think rizzing is more funny.
Alright, 58. You would know of one of the more road smart ones that knows how to maneuver around most of the traffic and get there quickly. I'd say you would have used them in your time as being an independent medical practitioner to get to emergency, hospital cases or medical care cases. And they are good at their job because they are a bit pricier than the rest of them, because they have experienced drivers that have been kind of long distance drivers before.
Alexi's about to realize how many cards Yuri has in this moment.
Oh
I will hail down one of those cabs specifically and say straight to Old Town.
I've never taken a cab, so I don't know how much
Here
it
you
costs.
go. I'll give you the brand name. We'll give you a company name. They'll be called Quickest Cart. That's what I'll call them. That's what they're
The quickest cart. Let's go.
or you can call them QC, but it is Quickest Cart is the company.
I'm adding that to my groups.
And unlike the rest of public transportation, these do cost because they are like, basically calling it Uber at that point. And I'll say they would go by like an hour.
It's like calling a taxi.
Yeah, pretty much.
You fucking Gen Z bitch.
We don't. I hate taxis. These are better than taxis. They don't pay you by the fucking mile. They charge you by like the hour. It says it's only a half an hour drive. It'll only run you 10 cards. It'd be 20 cards for a full hour. Actually, no, I'll say.
All right.
No, yeah, that's all right. That's 10 cards is about.
Do I get a medical practitioner's discount?
Roll me charisma one more time. See if this guy knows you.
Oh shit! I'm gonna resume my watch. Dum, dum,
Back in discount.
dum.
Yeah, but and he goes, "Oh, hello. Welcome to Quickest Cart. Where to?
Need to go to Old Town. Fastest route you can do.
It'll be about half an hour, so it'll be 10 cards most likely. Just pay for that price.
I'll give you 15 if you can go quicker.
Say no more." These are Steam cards, so it's more like.
The steam starts bellowing heavier. You see the actual like hood of the car get more red hot.
I would say the inside of the car, going fast would make the inside of the car get a bit hotter because of how the cool system in the cart works usually. How it bounces the steam to make like a mist almost spray in the car to cool you off. Since it's going a lot faster, it's burning through a lot of the like water there before it can fully mist, and it is just becoming like a little hot and humid in the cart. But I'll say you would get there instead of half an hour in about 20 minutes.
Fuck
And I'll move you
yeah.
down here to the outskirts.
5 cards per 10 minutes. That's a card per 2 minutes. That's all I'm hearing.
But you arrive at going beyond the standard confines of Old Town to the west, southwest, out toward the more rural parts of Vissix, just before the city limits are reached. The cart stops you off. At the entrance, you give them the Jack or Jill, if using their map to kind of find it for a second, and they drop you off at what appears to be a small shopping center. Most of the stores are closed, whether it's just for today or for the foreseeable future is unknown. What you do see is your objective, or rather, you hear it first. There is the gentle melody of classical music playing through the radio, coming to an open door of Jack or Jill's Everything Shop. That chat.
Okay, and I think Alexi and Reshan were the people that even got the Jack or Jill lead. I think Yuri was a bit more cloudy in the head during that time.
Yeah.
So you take the lead at this point.
At this point.
Alexi, you're much more knowledgeable of this. We're looking for a Vincent something again.
Vincent, Vinny, Vin.
Vincent and Reshan. It would make sense he would come here, right?
It would. If he was following the lead, it would.
I do hope we're right. Are you sure we shouldn't wait at the bus stop, maybe? He might already be here.
He would likely already be here. We pissed around for a little bit.
No. Maybe not, though, because... I would want to think he has at most a 20 to 30 minute lead on us, and it would take more than that for it to get even to the labor district, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a chance he's not here yet, and we have a jump on whatever lead he's going for, or we're completely wrong about what he's doing. But Yuri's not going to have all that foresight, and he's just going to trust that Jack or Jill is probably the best move.
And Alexei would never even think that way.
That's fair. So I guess that makes sense. We might be ahead of him. If we're behind him, we will find him. If we are ahead of him, he will find us. Let us go. I will let you take the lead. You knew this one before I did.
Yeah. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. All right. Let's go in.
All right. You walk inside and find was essentially a knick-knack shop. Lanterns, radios, record players, cameras, vintage travel gear, you name it, they probably have it on one of the many rows of shelves inside. An older couple are sitting behind the desk. The woman is fiddling with something at a repair station, and the man is reading a magazine while eating from a can of peaches.
So they had older survival gear?
They've got lots of it. They got anything. They got vintage travel gear, lanterns and radios and record players and cameras. You got a lot of stuff in here. It's literally an everything shop, as the name seems to imply.
I'm going to get distracted.
You hear they have a faint music, like classic music playing over the radio as you walk in. And they don't pay any mind. The old man is still eating peaches, kind of kicked back, like leaning back in the chair, like fucking. It's like he's like a toothpick in the can of peaches, pops one in his mouth while he's reading, flips a page.
I'm looking around the shop, looking at some of the survival gear. What type of survival gear they got?
They've got like look to be older, like what essentially were life preservers. They're big old puffy vests. They aren't as effective as the modern day ones that actually have that actually inflate. These ones are kind of like really big and puffy by default and already have air like in them. So you can assume they're, the risk of them being popped before they're actually used is pretty high. They've got older like the old like 3-pronged, like kind of curved grappling hooks that aren't as effective as like the sharper ones anymore and as sticking into things. But none of the cranks that allow you to pull them in. These are like very thin ropes that are just meant to like help you climb or swing loosely. Mm-hmm. They've got looks to be like small utility belt things that are meant to like clip on like lanterns and like knives and have like a tool section on the side. There are big like hiking backpacks that have there, but also have like tents and sleeping bags set on them. There's a sort of like almost like these like chest boards you can use like slide through like cramped space so you don't have to go hand over knee. You can like slide yourself through like cramped spots, almost like a sled. Things like that along those lines.
Fascinating. Oh. A lot of this stuff will probably be really familiar from the stuff I have at home because I don't have very nice stuff.
This is true. This is almost like this one's very familiar to what you have at home. This is like what you see like is like labeled as like vintage gear, just normal gear for you.
Yeah.
I mean, some of it does look older, like older exploration gear than what you have at home, but like that's beyond outdated. If your stuff is like borderline outdated, this is like beyond outdated gear. Still useful, but definitely outdated.
Yeah.
But you do see Alexei looking at all the rows of stuff now in the travel gear section almost instantly as he walks in.
I guess I will take the lead then. I approach the man.
Walk up to the desk. Or I guess a counter. Still pays you no mind. Then he kind of closes his eyes and goes, Oh, sorry. Welcome to Jack O'Jill's. I'm Jack. How may I assist you? Kind of puts a peach in his mouth and puts the toothpick down again, kind of clanging the empty can now.
His name is Jack, he says?
Yeah.
Jack. I have to do live notes now that I'm being so careful with them. Alright, he has a note in my thing. Anyways, hello, Jack. I am here to look for someone.
Who might you be looking for?
Have you heard the name? Give me a moment. I pull out my little thingy because I do have a physical notebook with some of the stuff in it. I'm looking for someone named Vincent.
Vincent. I've heard that name before. Yeah, heard that name. I'm guessing they're probably a customer of ours, yes?
I see.
I'm guessing, am I correct? I'm guessing they've heard the name, and since you're here looking for them, I'm guessing they're a customer and not just a person you know. Because I could have known plenty. I know plenty of Vincents from my days.
What about Connor Vitrine?
I can look at my receipts. Do you have a first and last name for both? Before I do that, who are these people to you?
Colonel Vitrine is an artist.
An artist. And Vincent?
Vincent is he is someone I'm looking for on behalf of a friend who is out of town and wants to tell him something.
Roll charisma.
Oh.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh yeah. He goes, I'm sorry, the radio's too damned loud. Turns it off. Vincent. Is there a last name for Vincent? I can check our receipts if we have anyone.
Vincent R.
Vincent, I can look around. Joe, we've got customers. Help them with what they need. I'm going to go check the receipts in the back. She turns and goes, I have a look into them. Don't worry. I'll be right back. I'll go look at we've got a lot of drawers of receipts. You see him go open a drawer off to the back and see like full of papers, almost like fall out. Oh, damned papers. Just give me a bit of time while I look. If you need anything, my lovely wife Jill will assist you.
All right.
She walks over and goes, what are you looking for exactly? Anything you wish to buy at the shop today? Or are you just looking?
Well, your husband is busy. I suppose I could ask you, do you have anything related to... I pull out the book, The Stars Above Us. Do you have anything else like this?
Oh, books. We don't keep many books, unfortunately. This is not something we really... You're free to look around. Actually, if you find things at the place in the shop and help organize them, I'll give you a discount on one thing you can find while organizing, because our shop was a mess, and if you want to look for books here, we might have them. People bring us things all the time they want to get rid of and sell, and then we just sell them. So feel free to look around, and if you find anything else on what you're looking for with the book, after cleaning up, you bring it to us, and I'll give you a discount on buying it. Because I myself don't know. She came up with a book, a catalog. We don't really have any set like sections for you to look through, and our catalog is more of like you find it, and we've already labeled most things with prices, so you just find it and bring it to us, and we usually just scan the tag on it.
All right.
And tell your friend too, if he wants to buy anything from our vintage collection, he's welcome to help you clean up, and we'll give him a discount.
Of course. I will go over to Alexi. Alexi? I have been told that if you were to help organize their shop, they would give you a discount on something you would like to buy.
Okay, I can do that. I like discounts.
Otherwise, I am going to go look for anything related to the celestial bodies above us.
Alright. I'll say... I'll put like 20 minutes of time. I'll beef the timer by about 20 minutes. Find something real quick. I will say... Let me give you a roll. Okay. I'm looking for things related to the stars above us. I'll say... Give me a D100. Go ahead and roll me a D100 as well, please. And then pick higher or lower.
Do I pick before I roll?
Yes.
Lower.
Okay. Oops. I'll say you would find what looks to be an old, like, explorer's journal. That has at the front of it has like a sketched shading of like it's like a moon motif shading like sketch on the front, like as if someone wrote on a piece of paper, tore it out, and then like sewn it onto the front of the journal.
Well then. Let me see this journal. Keep.
Second here, so I was looking at my notes, but it's right. So what's the question?
I want to check out the journal.
Grab the journal, flip it open, and you find that about 3/4 of the pages are torn out of the book. But you do see on the front inside cover is just this name right there.
Oh man, you're really gonna give me a fucking orphan dot?
It's just a last name there is all you get.
A last name?
Yes, you can infer it as most likely a last name.
Going to call them John Wilde. People. I will head up to the front with this book, and this journal seems to be very vandalized.
That journal. She puts her hand out to kind of take the book from you. She puts her hand out.
I guess she can have it.
She takes it. She puts it down next to her. Flips over to the back to the tag on it. Goes to her little like, catalog. Flips through to find like a certain number. I guess she's trying to find a book. Goes, that journal. I've had this journal in our possession for a long time, actually. Yes. This journal has been with us since. I lost my notes again on it. Oh my gosh, it's on a different page. The worst thing about notes is finding them on a different page. I don't find it. I'm tripping. This journal has been with us in our catalog for roughly, I want to say, where the fuck did I put it?
Huh? Kind of based for that.
That's not what she says.
I gotta run to the bathroom.
Okay. Let me just do this real fast. Do some quick maths. Oh, did we okay, right? Yeah. We've had that journal in our possession for, I want to say, about 25 years or so.
My goodness.
Yeah, it's very old. It says an explorer brought it in. It used to be theirs. And they just tore out all the pages they liked. But they said it was a very important item, very culturally important. They said it was made in Aramos. It was a gift by him. It was an elder to them while they were in the area. And that they had used it while they were out there on their expeditions.
This journal was in Eremos?
Yes, it belonged to the notes here just say it belonged to explorer / expeditioner in Eremos, made in Eremos by Elder.
Do you remember anything else about the explorer? Or why there are so many pages missing?
If you'd like, I can look into. I probably have more notes on them in the same section where Jack is looking through the receipts. If you'd like, I can look for them for you as well.
That would be wonderful.
Jack, look for a receipt From 422, please. Last name Wild? Jack's like, yep, I'll own it. Wild. Found Vincent R. And now we'll look for Wild. Let's just go there again. She walks over and grabs the receipt from, or like the kind of like page entry for Vincent R. there. And goes, before I give away this personal information of a customer, I need to know what you're looking for and why, because we're old people. We're not going to tell people about what you're doing here, but it is important to be upfront with your elders. I assume you would know this. You look like you could be my someone I went to, not someone I went to school with. You're too young for that. No, maybe not. How old are you?
Oh gosh, did I put my age in here? I think I did. Oh, age is not one of the numbers in here. I wanted to say Yuri was like...
I put age in there? I don't think so.
I think I'm like 46. I think
yeah.
that was something like that.
She's like in her 60s, yeah. She's like, you look like someone who I might have... that my son might have been friends with. So you should know about lying to elders. Do you be honest with what this Vincent R. person is to you before I give you the personal records?
Let me make sure I got my story straight in here.
I do love hearing stories about what the youth are getting up to.
Okay, so we were told by... oh shit, where's his real name again? Norman.
Yep.
We were told by Norman that he was going here to look at leads for Vincent, right?
Yep. And
But
Vincent,
Norman was going by the name Anthony.
Yep. And
Because
Vincent is the person that hired those thieves.
Thieves 1?
He's the one that he's the one that hired Thieves 1.
As Connor.
Yes, as an anagram. Connor was the anagram for the name he had.
Okay, my notes are connected properly. I have all this great. Let's go. Let's go. And he also used to work with Ramon.
Mm-hmm. They were former colleagues.
Okay, and Ramon's the guy we met at the archaeologist place.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, I have everything I need in check. So he's asking about Vincent specifically.
Yes. Because you see she has like a looks like a small like folder with like the Vincent R on there, all the receipts from him.
All of the multiple?
Yeah, anywhere she's there that Vincent R would have are in that folder. It looks like, at least from the recent times. This folder, I'm not sure how far back it goes, but
I'm going to write down that he's a frequent visitor of this place. It's notable on its own. He is tied up in quite an interesting event. Myself and my friends are trying to figure out what's really going on. And also, I would like to, at some point, get his autograph. Because he painted something quite beautiful. And this is his book.
wow, I do love a good mystery. Looks back. Jack, have you found the thing for Wild? I'm almost done. 10 more minutes. Looks back to you and goes, alright. Well, Jack works on that. She opened the folder up. I cannot give you the receipts, but I can read you his most recent transactions if you'd like. And for telling me a story about your youth, about this youthful expedition you're on with this person, and investigating like a detective, you can have that journal for free.
Thank you very kindly.
But looking at this, from us he bought. This was. Yes, this was this month. From us he bought a modified radio transmitter. Modification notes. Unless you want to hear all the nitty of the modification notes, I can skip that. But he bought a modified radio transmitter. He bought one of our nicer masks from our little masquerade section we have in the back. And then he bought a bunch of just miscellaneous survival equipment like backpacks and ropes and hooks and tents and sleeping bags and shoes. And it says... Oh, and it says there's an order that was shipped off to an address. Yes, on the 18th.
Is that the Visix address?
No. On the 18th, we shipped out a new transmitter and radio receiver to an address near Bloomfast.
All right. Thank you very much. To clarify, is that a warming mask or like a party mask?
Like a party mask. He'd wear to a nice dance or a dinner.
Very interesting. Okay. Also, I was wondering, have you seen a taller Mason fellow?
I have found the page on Wild. You walk with the folder as you're saying that.
Oh.
Yes. Last name Wild. First name is Juniper. Yes.
Juniper Wild. With 2 N's. Fuck you. You're not original.
Fuck you. I'm original. I'm cool.
So I will now name this to Juniper Wild's journey.
They only did business with us one time. Yep, there's no notes regarding them, but they did come here to drop off this journal, and apparently they just gave it to us for free. I wanted nothing to do with it.
That is very strange. And no one bought it for this long.
No, who would want to torn up old journal like that? First of all, it's decades old at this point, and second of all, most of the pages have been torn out of the damn thing.
So the pages were torn out when you received it?
Yes, yes indeed. I assume that wild fellow tore them out himself.
You have done very great in your information today. I thank you both. And quickly, one more thing. This is one of my closer friends, and if you do not know, that is okay. I will probably see him later. Have you seen that taller Mason fellow walk through here? Mason.
Mosen fellow. This far out, and see his wife Jill elbows him. Not seen any Mosens around here in the recent days. Sorry.
Nudges him.
Now she elbowed him because he's like a Mosen out here, like an old man. Like
Racism. My favorite.
not racism, more like ignorance. Like why would there be a Mosen in Guspians? Don't they live in Eremos?
I want it to be racist, game.
Oh my
Please.
gosh.
Give me your 1950s. I want it.
Yeah. Should they be in Eremos? I didn't think Mosens even came to Visix, like that kind of stuff. Like, it's more like that. Like I'm surprised they're out here. No, this is a whole different.
In this shithole.
And I was like, oh, almost. Because I mean, Visix is a nice city, but compared to like open space, it's clustered. You know, it's cluttered.
Okay. Did Norman say he was going to come this way to investigate?
You have no clue. You know, whatever trail Vincent has been on is the same trail Norman's been following.
I'm not going to ask any more questions about names. I think that's a bit suspicious. That being said, I'll try to collect Alexi.
Is Alexi here? Mason, you back? Damn, bro's still pissing.
Big bathroom? I don't know. He can either leave with me or stay in the shop while I go outside and wait for Rashawn.
Okay.
Assuming he's coming here.
You head outside. I'll say we'll skip time. I'll say Alexi come outside at about like 5:30 or so, but in the time you've been out here waiting, at this point you've been at this shop for about half an hour, and Rashawn should be here within the next half an hour to an hour at most. So I'll just do a quick time skip, and we'll say when Alex gets back, we'll see he bought anything or not. But before then, of course, we'll skip there. About 6:10, you see a bus kind of pull up, like a block away and stop. two construction workers get off the bus and walk off, but no one else. And the bus pulls off again. The transport pulls off again and starts driving on.
Shit. He really did get off in the labor district.
Oh, Mason is here. He's in the bathroom, but he can hear. So send anything that you... Or I guess when you get back, send anything that Alexi would have bought from the old people.
Oh, now I gotta talk to Alexi.
Oh.
Right? Like, we have to discuss Rashawn not being here.
This is true.
I suppose, I mean, I'll just say something simple like, Rashawn did not get off on that bus. I think he's still in the labor district.
It has been quite some time. If he had got off in the labor district as well, this is an important note. Had he got off in the labor district, that was about half an hour ago at this point.
Yeah. Great. You know what? At least we know he's acting on his own actions and not being forced into these things as much.
Oh,
But-
Alexi went, it's possible, but
I do not know where else he could be. He got on that bus. He had to have. No other bus came around at that point. We had just assumed he was coming here because we had the lead. But I believe he's working on his own action.
my nose. There we go.
Speaking of the lead, I was able to gather some very interesting information.
He's typing. He says, "Oh,
First of all, I have acquired this journal from a Juniper Wild. It was apparently created by an elder in Eremos and was used by Juniper for their entire expedition until they tore out most of the pages and gave it to this couple for free. It has been here for almost 30 years. Now that is the less interesting of the two facts. It seems that our lead, Vincent, bought quite a lot of equipment, and requested an order that was sent out on the 18th towards Bloomfest.
type it again. Type it again."
Where's the calendar? I need to open it up. It is the...
Oh, hang on, I gotta fix it. The calendar's not right anymore. I'll tell you the date.
Calendar better not be fucking right.
No, the calendar's not right.
That's very insane dialogue from Alexis today.
Kelp wrote NPC.
I didn't mean it like that. It's just fun.
Okay.
No. I know what you mean by that. Okay, so it's been 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 4 days. How long would I'm assuming he didn't pay for fucking airmail. I wonder what the fastest travel to that place would be with that kind of order. You know, parcel carriers? How fast are parcel carriers?
Go on, roll me intelligence.
Son of a bitch. Gabe said, you would be rolling history, but we don't have sub modifiers. Oh no!
25. The fastest standard Steam cart can drive, just the normal ones that like everyone typically has nowadays. Not everyone, but you know, the average model everyone has, can get to the Bloomfest area in 3 to 5 days. A slower transport cart might take them 5 to 6 days.
I probably should have specified which one of those, but I think that's a bit too much of a deep information grab. Do you have to take one of the slower carts if certain items would be deemed more fragile or dangerous?
You don't have to. There are, of course, similar to how there are, you know, the cart services in city. There are, you know, private carriers, or you know, depending upon the company you buy from, they can pay to have things shipped faster. So, for all you know, Jack or Jill could have paid, you know, their delivery person to get it, like beeline it down there upon request of the client or whoever purchased it.
Yeah, and this guy has done paintings and books, which means he's probably got money on his back. I would not be surprised if he expedited something like this, unless he did not need it until a certain date with someone else also being involved. If he's working alone, I could assume speed. If he's working with more people, that requires more planning. We don't know enough. But we know where to go. I think most curious is that he had a modified radio, lots of survival equipment, including camping gear, and a very nice party mask. The mask is the thing that confuses me. It seems that everything else here has to do with some kind of further out wilderness trip. With the radio for communication or just to keep up on the news.
No worries, it's not a radio, it's just the transmitter part.
Oh, just a transmitter
Yeah, but
part.
it's not receive, it only sends signals.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Specifically a transmitter from a radio. He cannot receive signal, he can only send. The strange. Why would you need a mask like that if you are going to the wilderness? Presumably. Perhaps we need Rashan's brain. We should go quickly to the labor district. I don't imagine he would be anywhere else. Unless you want to wait around, see if he shows up at one point.
Alexi says, but I like foods. It says, but I like foods.
He said that because of the party. He doesn't want to be formal, but he'll eat ass or something.
Don't do football, but I like foods.
I don't think that we're going to have to go to a party.
I have demons.
Bro said the toilet's winning this 1v1. Call a priest. Venlin shows up.
Sorry, no one picked the priest subclass in Fractured Moon. You can't have that.
No one?
No, there's no priest.
You fucking with me, bro?
The classes
Hey,
that
if
weren't
Yuri
suggest-
dies,
The classes that
I'm just
weren't
saying.
taken were the priest, the sailor, and what did actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 11. Right there's the
Nah.
Yeah, priest and the mole weren't taken.
You don't have a mole anymore? That's not true.
Shut up.
No. I'm serious. I was just looking at everyone's roles earlier because I saw.
Oh no, we do have
everyone
the mole.
had
Sorry, we have
roles.
the mole. My bad. It was sorry. Priest and sailor. My bad. Priest and sailor weren't taken.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't have a.
No wait.
Drew doesn't have a tag.
No wait. I thought Alexi was the sailor. Yeah, Alexi's the sailor. Drew doesn't have a tag.
Yeah, Drew doesn't have a tag. He's the only person in here that doesn't have a game tag.
Gosh darn it, Jose. Craftsman.
All right, if Yuri dies, I'm just saying I might roll the priest up if it works in the story. I'm just saying.
Doctor, sailor. What's I
But
know
yeah.
that the priest wasn't taken. Oh, I think it's the bodyguard. Yeah, the bodyguard wasn't taken actually. That's what it was.
I thought.
Derek is the bruiser.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Huh.
the second like combat oriented class is the one that wasn't taken.
Well, Alexi agreed to leave, so we'll take a service, not a bus, a taxi, or a coach, or quick, but not. I'm probably not going to go for quickest card again.
Okay. Then just if you're just taking like a normal one heading across town, see how far that is. About 2 hours. It's run you. This is not quickest cart. I'll say it'll run you a bit less. We'll say 15 cards for 2 hours.
15 for 2 hours. Yeah, I'm not going to bribe again. That was really funny the first time, though.
There you go. You arrive in the labor district, and you both dismount. I mean, it is. Hang on, move the clock forward a bit. It's getting late out. Labor district is not super crowded this time of day. Most construction work is stopped. Aren't many people out in the streets right now. but this is a very large district. And I will say, finding Rashawn, given he's a Mosin, will be a bit easier, but it is still finding a needle in a haystack, finding the proper person to ask about seeing Rashawn.
All right.
However, actually, no, there's no however. Where do you begin to look? Do you begin to look? Is I guess a more important question. Do you begin to look upon arriving?
I don't know what else I would do.
Go ahead and roll me intelligence, and I will give you a percentile roll.
I was just setting up my
Okay,
shipment note.
Sorry, intelligence or charisma. Sorry, intelligence or charisma. That's what I meant.
Intelligence or charisma? I actually think my charisma is higher than my intelligence. No, aren't they matched? They're matched. But I'm wrong intelligence this time. Yeah.
Intelligence. All right. You know the right people to act. People that look like they travel around the labor district a lot. People that are kind of driving around picking up trash, or people that are, going around, also doing like ferrying services, transport car drivers. Transport are basically being buses. Transport car drivers, delivery men, door-to-door salesmen if you see them. You ask all the people that should see Rashawn, and it takes you the better part of, say, going at like an hour 20 to do so. And by the time night sets in, not a one person has seen him in the labor district, at least from who you ask in the past hour 20.
Oh gosh, we fucked up. There's nowhere else he could have gotten off on the bus, though. Unless I was lied to and he never got on a bus.
There's a possibility of him getting off somewhere in between downtown and labor district as well as another possibility, but that's a whole different range of things
I never
to check out.
considered that. That's not possible for us, I don't think.
Exactly. Could have gone off in between there and there. Could have gone off in between there and here as well. There are a plethora of places he could have gone. It dawns on you at this point in time, as you've been going for about an hour. You're about to ask the next person across the street if they've seen him. Another, looks to be a mailman of sorts. He's finishing his last bit of rounds in the area, and you stop and realize that he could have gotten off at any place in between downtown and here, or between the labor district and Old Town. He could be anywhere in the southeast side of the city at this point in time. And there are tens of thousands of people in Visix.
I have zero directorial idea at this point. I think Yuri would mentally lock up a bit on the pure scope of what is happening.
By all intents, you come to the realization that, similar to Norman, Rashawn is gone and missing. And if he wants to show up, he will, but whatever lead he's following has taken him off your radar. If he's following it at all. Could have been a lead, could have been a direct order for someone under threat, could have been a ransom, could have been a call back home, it could have been anything. You sit there in the living room thinking. You sit down and catch your breath. You and Alexi just sit down. Collect yourselves.
I don't think that just the two of us can find Rashawn at this point. Perhaps you were right. Perhaps we should have gone looking for Norman from the start. But I'm tired. I don't believe that I can keep going like this overnight. I'm old. I'm not young like you.
My ass.
Did you hear any of that?
As I went my way back, I did not.
Shit.
What was the last thing you heard?
The flush of the toilet.
I mean, from
So
us.
did you?
You guys were in the labor district searching for Rashawn for about an hour 20, asking people, and Yuri did ask a lot of people that should have seen or would have seen a person like Rashawn, but no one was able to give any solid leads or sightings of him at all. And it dawned on you that he
I
could
remember that part.
Yeah, Donnie, he could be anywhere. He could have gone off anywhere between downtown and here, or between Labor and Old Town. And he could be theoretically anywhere in the southeast side of Visix, which is itself, tens of thousands, almost 100,000 people at this point. And
He drowned in the water.
You both sat down, and Yuri said you can say now if you want to, as you both sit down.
Yeah, I'm gonna repeat my whole little thing. I was happy with it. Damn it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We sit down on a bench, and I was kind of locking up a bit with the whole scope of the entire situation, and I don't know if just the two of us can find Rashawn like this. Maybe
Help.
Maybe you were right. Maybe we should have looked for Norman from the start. But
What's done is done.
it's getting late. And I'm not young like you. I'm very old. I think
Yes,
I
you
need
are.
to head home.
It works for me. I could use some sleep and maybe another snack. The idea of party made me hungry.
Well then, let's hope we don't get any bad phone calls in the middle of the night.
Hope so.
Where shall we meet? Oh. Oh.
Diner in the morning.
Which diner? Do you know how many diners there are in this X?
One close to your house.
Alright.
Something preferably with gaspillage food.
I'll probably know where to go for that. I'm gonna hire... I'll just take another chill cart ride. No speed required.
Okay. Clock a bit here.
The
So-
15 carts ride.
Yeah.
Bleed me dry, Gabe.
I'll say, who would be yeah. Alexi, as you are arriving at your little, bed and breakfast you're staying at, you would see Elizabeth, or Liz as Norman called her, kind of heading down one of the roads. Looks like she lived like a dinner party of some sorts.
Party?
God. Like at a restaurant, like a dinner party at a restaurant.
Party?
No, oh my God. Yeah, you see her leaving like a restaurant right now.
Gotcha. That's Norman's secretary, right?
They from what you can gather, they were dating. You're not sure. You got a lot of missed signals the last time you were talking.
That's his little
Gotcha.
piece.
Little sleeve.
Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, you see her heading. Roughly in your direction, about to cross the street.
I'm going to clock that, approach her. Elizabeth.
And something goes. Oh, you're Alexei, Norman's friend. Have you found anything at all about Norman? I was heading to his office right now, actually, to your wait. Hope you
Working on it, but Rashawn is missing also now.
Do you have any leads at all? A name, a location?
He got a note and ran off in a hurry.
About Norman. Anything on Norman?
We know where he went. Jack and Jill. Somebody named Vincent. We know stuff about Vincent. That type of thing.
Alright,
I'm not the best with details.
No, it's not a problem. I appreciate you still looking. I'll call and check in on Yuri before I head to bed myself, or maybe I'll use Norman's office phone. But if you all need anything at all, I'll be there tonight at Norman's office. You can just call his line.
We were heading back, concluding for tonight.
Oh, all right. In that case, sleep well.
Yuri's not doing well, so
I will definitely call him tonight then, it seems.
keeps saying he's fine, but he looks like an alcoholic with the shakes, so.
This case has taken a toll on a lot of people, it seems. We've got Norman and Rashawn missing, and you all look tired.
We watched a film.
A film?
Something to do with the facts, and it was spooky, but it seemed to, like, shake him to his core.
I'll give Yuri a call tonight before bed to make sure he's in the right mind to sleep.
Alright.
But yeah, if you need anything at all, just call Norman's number, and I'll answer as well.
Okay. Will do.
She kind of walks off across the street and gets in her cart and drives off. I'll put you in your little hotel area. Here you get home, shoes kicked off. You sit down on the edge of your bed, print to lay down, and then.
I don't make no rush to get to it, but I will pick it up before I know that it usually folds over.
You pick up the phone.
Yes.
Yuri, it's Elizabeth. Norman's. How are you tonight?
I am alright.
Norman's.
Tired.
Alexei said you'd found some things looking for Norman and that Rashawn had gone missing, that you were having a rough time, so I just came to call and check in on you.
Yes, we have found some very interesting things. Are you speaking about the tape or the details on Vincent?
Bit of both. I've heard the tape rattled you, and that you had found information on Vincent and by proxy Norman.
Unfortunately, I am no closer to figuring out where Norman went, and now Rashawn is missing as well.
If Norman's after Vincent, I can only assume he's wherever Vincent might be, or might have gone.
Do I have any reason to distrust her on any level?
No, from what you were told, she's usually the one that helps Norman. She helps Norman a lot with a lot of his cases. Whether it be like being like a, what do they call it, like a cold drop? What do they call it? That's how they call it, like the cold drop, where they leave behind shit for you to like, pick up.
A dead drop?
Yeah, dead drop. Like she'll like do dead drops for Norman at certain places. Like she's not directly involved in cases, but she does help Norman with like getting equipment or handling paperwork or watching over his place while he's gone.
Kind of like a fence, because fences do more than just buy stolen goods.
Then yeah. So kind of like that. Then yeah.
Yuri wouldn't even think about the fact that this land could be tapped. I'm not even going to question that. I was thinking about doing it. It would seem if Norman is going where Vincent is, perhaps they're both in Bloomfest.
Why the bloody hell would they be in Bloomfest?
I went to the shop, Jack or Jill. Vincent had been there. I was able to get the rough area of the shipment address that he had ordered on the 18th, heading for an address near Bloomfest. But if we were going by standard parcel carrying speeds, 4 to 5 days. But I happen to know that this Vincent fellow goes by another name. On a
Yes.
vitrine.
Yeah, are you feeling right, Yuri? Before I discuss the name Connor Vitrine. That's when you and
I-
Norman first came to me in the library. It's an anagram.
Yes. I know. Is the name that was used on the painting of the moon that we found in the cargo crate, and the book that I've kept with me, The Stars Above Us, that was at the observatory.
Right.
It's getting deep as fuck already, and I like it.
Due to these names being tied to these properties, I had assumed that this person might have decent money.
No,
And-
Vincent Rowan was a well-known, well, I say is a well-known archaeologist in some fields. He's written plenty of dossiers that have made their way through my library and have been passed off to the schools and gaspillage. It definitely has money, plethora of it, no less.
Well, in that case, he may have expedited the order on the equipment. It is very curious. Survival equipment, tents, boots, and such. And a very fancy party mask of sorts. As well as a one-way transmitter, sending out signal but not receiving.
Yuri, if they're in Bloomfast, there's no way any of the trains or out-of-city carts will get you there fast enough. If you plan on following this track and staying on Vincent and helping to locate Norman, Norman has an old classical steam cart model I could loan you to use, if you chose to make way to Bloomfast. I could have it out of his garage and to you all by tomorrow. But I need to know you're in the right headspace. You and Alexei are prepared for this, because once you leave Physics, there is no support network for you anymore. I can make phone calls using public landlines, but there's nothing more I can do, and you'll be completely on your own out there at that point.
Just like Norman might be right now.
Or Rashawn, for that matter.
I do not know about Rashawn. We had traced him to a bus stop that we believed was heading to the labor district and then over to Old Town. Well, we made a bad call and went to Old Town because that is where we had the lead. He never arrived. No one in the labor district claims to have ever seen him either. He could be anywhere on the south side of the city.
I've heard from a few of my friends that work in libraries around the city that Rashawn does frequent them fairly often. He seems to enjoy comic books, so perhaps I can ask around my connections, see if they've seen him in the city, and if I do manage to find a lead on him, I can point him in your direction.
I have to note that.
But how are you, Yuri?
I'm
Beyond
doing
the case and, well, the stresses behind it, how are you personally doing? I heard the tape you saw rattled you.
Yes. The tape was unnerving, to say the least. Tell me, Elizabeth, have you ever felt like something in the sky was watching you?
Moon's haunted.
I can't say that I have. Never really paid much note to anything like that.
You've never felt the cold warmth of the moonlight, as if it is purposefully following you?
No, I don't. No, I don't think I have. Are you alright, Yuri? Are you sure?
Of course I'm alright. When we find the Rashon, that is when I believe we should take the cart to Bloomfest. I hope you have a good night. And I close the phone line.
All right.
Old man's seeing shit.
Man's haunted.
Man's haunted.
Let's see. How much time do you all have tonight? Do you want to end it now, or do you want to go like to like 10:30 or so? What's your cutoff time?
10:30, he says. 15 more minutes.
I mean, if you
so
go longer,
yummy.
I'm just saying. We can go on. I'm just wondering what your cutoff time is. I don't want to go too late.
It's complicated. I have things I'd like to get done before 11 o'clock tonight, but at the same time, I technically have no obligations tomorrow.
Okay. Well,
You off tomorrow? Oh, it's Sunday. That's right.
Motherfucker.
all right. In that case, we'll go a bit longer, and I will. I had an idea in mind when I wanted to end it, but I could have ended it there as well. But I also had an idea when I wanted to end
Get
it.
us to that good session ending piece. I'm waiting for it.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
you. I got you. In that case, I will preface this for the group now, before the next day arrives. That Derek's taking a break from this game, actually, which is why Rashawn's not here.
Really?
Yes.
Any more detail on that?
No, it's fine. No details. He needs a break. He's super stressed
I mean,
out.
how long?
He said he would let me know, but he gave me free reign for what happened with Rashawn in the interim.
Oh, fuck.
So, I have got some interesting lore bits written down for Rashawn now in my notes.
This is just how Gabe giving us the runaround that Rashawn is dead. Derek's not coming back. I mean, how did you want to say it?
He'll be back, but he
That's
needs a break.
possible.
He's super
He
stressed
could
out.
come back as the priest.
He's super stressed out about a lot of things, so he just needs a break from more games.
Bro, I could only guess. Bro's got work, recent events,
He's,
rent.
Yeah, he's stressing. He's like, I need a break. So I was like, I got you,
Fair.
bro, don't worry. However, that's besides the point. We pick up the next morning. Oh, it's bright. And I'll put the date in chat. It should be. Oh, I guess it's right there above. I don't need to look too hard.
Should be the 23rd.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew it first. Fuck you.
All right. Can't be to figure that out.
Yes. Yes.
That is the date. As you'll wake up. You would get a call, Alexi, early in the morning.
I was already awake drinking my coffee. I get up at like 4:30 most days anyway because I'm a fisherman.
You get a different ringtone. You get a.
How does this thing work?
No fucking way.
I pick it up and I hold it in my hand. I'm like, is there like a button that you press?
Yeah. Hello, Alexi. Are you there? Alexi, hello.
Well, it stopped ringing. Hello.
Alexi, hello. Elizabeth,
Hello.
it's me, Elizabeth. Hello, Alexi. Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah. You can hear me. I didn't have to press a button. Oh, okay.
I had spoken to. It was late, but I had spoken to Yuri. And he had mentioned Rashawn's disappearance to me, as well. I'd offered him, and by proxy you, one of Norman's old steam carts from his garage if you wish to follow the trail of Vincent and Norman out to Bloomfest. Yuri believed you should wait for Rashawn, but I'm not sure how quick my connection can find him, and if this is a fairly dire matter in terms of following people, I was of the notion you should leave as soon as you were able to. Can you drive, by any chance?
I could drive a boat.
Hopefully should be enough. I'm going to bring you Norman's cart to... I'll bring it to Yuri's place tonight.
I would agree, specifically because we have leads with Norman. We basically have nothing with Rashawn. That's finding one person also could lead us to another person. So,
I was
especially if Rashawn was going on that same lead and just working on his own, it's possible we could just intersect it like that. So maybe looking for Norman is the right idea.
I was thinking similar things, but also because if Rashawn is still following this trail, if he's in the city still behind you all, if you were to wait for him to get the same information you all got, it would delay you by who knows how many days. Because he might find the same information you found out about Bloomfast 2 days after you will find it out, and it'd be the same information, and you'd have Rashawn, but you'd be days behind at that point. So, please try to speak to Yuri today before I arrive.
Yes, I will. How do I call him? What do I press on this thing?
Actually, I'll do it for you before I hang up. I'll make a quick conference call.
I only have telegrams back home, so this is new.
Alright, just wait 1 moment. Just hold the phone and just wait a moment.
Alright. I like playing Alexei as he's not stupid. He's just simple. He just comes from very simple life.
Yuri.
Difference. Doom. Oh gosh, that probably wakes me up. Oh. Okay. Where's my phone in my house?
Up to you. It can either be like in your living room. It could be in your...
Probably downstairs. It's probably a wall-mounted one. Yeah, my rooms. Up on the slippers. Open my door. Head out toward the phone groggily.
Stops.
Oh. Damn it. I pick up the phone.
You hear the click of a conference call being merged, and then going, Alexei should be on now. Good luck. And then the line for her clicks, and it's just you two on the phone now.
Oh.
Hello?
Alexei?
How did that? What? Oh, okay. Alright. Hello, Yuri.
Hello.
So... Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you still asleep?
I was sleeping when you called, yes.
I thought old people got up early. I've been up since 4:30.
Do you know how late I stayed up last night?
Anyway.
What do you need? I thought we were meeting at diner.
Well, yes, Elizabeth called. I agree with her, but following the Norman leads might be better than going after Rashawn, just because we have more details with the Norman lead. And I also think that trying to find Norman could also lead us to Rashawn if Rashawn was finding the same lead. And waiting for him could have us lose a lot of time.
How confident are we that Rashawn is following Norman?
Somewhat? Mostly? As far as I have to understand, that's what he was doing, and I know that the part with the note and stuff, but maybe he got the big lead and just decided to go on it. Who knows, they could be together.
You know what? I will let you make the call this time.
Okay. I'm supposed to meet with you. She's going to bring the car. I know how to drive a boat. So we'll work on it from there. And I think we should follow Norman. I genuinely think that would be the more intelligent decision. Who knows? Sean maybe got cold feet and decided to go home. Maybe his grandma died or something. I don't know.
I will trust your judgment. Where are we meeting? Actually, wait. Did Elizabeth tell you about the cart?
Yes, that's why I was talking about I would drive boats. And we're trying to see if she thinks that'll translate to driving the cart.
No,
so
you do not need to drive. I drive.
Oh, you know how to drive? Okay, that's fine. Yes.
I used to go town to town doing personal practitioner work for my medical license.
I will also say this because of this weird kidnapping stuff. I recommend maybe picking something up for defending ourselves. I have machete, but I don't know. I worry with people with money might have things that money can buy.
Gabe,
Yes.
firearms.
Mm-hmm.
Pricing?
Oh.
I actually do. I know this one a little bit because I was browsing some.
All right, then I guess I will
But do you-
really quickly, so that Mason can have a little bit of a fun with this one. I will ask over the phone. Perhaps I will grab some kind of firearm. I don't think I would be good with a weapon like that.
I surprisingly am pretty decent with them. Hunting wise and fishing, sometimes we would have to use with some bigger fish and animals that we pull from the water.
You need
And you might have to quickly dispatch them, so...
a gun for a fish?
Sometimes, yes. Listen, there are fish that have heads as hard as steel. You try to hit it or cut it and you can't get through, but the firearm does the job.
What in the hell is in that water?
A lot. I could tell you many stories, but believe me, I'm a little stitious, but there's also things that don't require stitiousness. It's just this shit will eat you. We've brought back like 100-pound fishes that haven't nothing left but their body, and that's it. And it was not sharks.
All right. Perhaps we should prepare equipment and then meet up somewhere.
There was a reason why me and my brother wanted to become seafaring bounty hunters. There is shit in that water.
You're actually just reenacting Moby Dick.
No, that's the inspiration.
Curse you, steelhead!
You knew what I was going for with the things that are harder than
So,
Have you ever tried to fucking kill a steelhead though? You literally have to beat them to death with a fucking baseball bat.
That sounds amazing. What the fuck are you talking? What in the actual fuck?
so
Steelhead's a type of trout. But they have a head that is literally as hard as steel. That's why they're called steelhead. You cannot cut into it. If you try to put a knife in it, it will break. You have to just beat them to death or cut their head off.
Sounds like my ex-wife.
hey yo.
Anyways, where shall we meet?
Well, I figured I will head to you. We go to that diner, we get the bites, and then, we wait. I think that Elizabeth said she was gonna bring the cart around to your place, so maybe a diner nearby, just so we can get a quick bite and then...
She said bring it around. I think I forgot to say bring it around this evening. I forgot to mention that. She said she'd bring it around this evening.
Oh. Oh, she's going to bring around the cart.
Do you remember where I live?
Oh, yeah, I do.
I will see you here whenever you arrive.
Except been there 3 times now, I'd probably be able to get there.
Alright. Be safe.
Da!
Hang it up.
Dos Vidania.
Yeah, hang it up. And then I'm going to look through my phone book to see if I can get like a over the phone gun store catalog kind of thing.
Sears catalog.
Unless I have a catalog. I don't think Yuri would have a gun catalog.
Okay. I'll say they don't really have like gun catalogs per se. They are located to given. There aren't a lot of like gun stores in there. They're like survival shops, but any like places that sell firearms in particular are like usually either attached to or within like a PSO like outpost where a bunch of safety operators kind of hang out at, like firemen and all that stuff. So there's a very secure location that they have, and there's only a few around town.
Okay. I would call one close to me to get a price quote on small arms.
Okay, on small arms in particular.
Yeah, I'm talking like concealable pistol type stuff. I don't think Yuri is ready for a two-hander.
The small arm ones are the newer models, so they range from 500 to 600 cards.
It's gross how affordable that technically is.
Oh,
So you tell me if I bought a bigger
my
gun.
entire boat.
Yep,
If I bought a bigger gun, they would be cheaper.
the Model 1 is 400. That's the oldest version. It's a long arm one though. It's basically a rifle.
So it's like a long rifle. Is it
Yeah.
single?
That would
They're also
that would
shot,
really be good for Alexi, because Alexi, I have very good
Wait,
perception stuff.
Are all of the firearms
Single shot.
reload per shot?
Yep, they're slug throwers. They shoot slugs. Like imagine like flare guns. They all shoot really big slugs. They,
Yep.
I will say, if you were to ask them about that single shot thing, there are certain modifications, like the shelter tube, which allows you to hold a secondary slug in them, but it only at most only holds 2, and it's only for model 1s and 3s.
All right. Thank you for your information. Hang that up and head to the diner.
All right, you just hide your 2 little tokens here. Grab group 2. That's what. Oh, it's coming! Put you guys right there. You guys will link up at the diner. I'll say at a decent hour, like 9:30. You already got a table in there. I'll say whoever arrived first probably would have been Yuri being a bit closer. You already have a table. You've already got a table for Alexi when you get there. Alexi, you walk in and see Yuri at a table with a cup of whatever you got to drink already in his at the table waiting for him, and a glass of water for you.
All right.
Yeah, the 2 are together at the diner.
All right, hell yeah. That's a diner. I'm going to order.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm hungry.
Me too. Me fucking too.
We're out.
I'm probably gonna have to get food after this.
Ooh, I got you
I'm going
guys.
to order pashtet, which is like a really delicious beef pate. And I'm also going to order some tushanka, which is a very, very good Slavic beef stew. That almost always comes with like a buttered bread.
Fucking breakfast?
Oh yeah, there's eggs in tushanka as well, so
I hate it here.
it's really fucking good. And I'm also going to order
Damn.
some as well with it's basically like Slavic grits, but they mix like pork, like thick cut like pork belly into the grits itself, and it's cooked in with fat. It's really tasty.
We serve food here, sir.
Yeah. And for my breakfast drink, I am going to have kvass. Basically, this breakfast I'm having is going to hit my 2,500 calories.
I'll say, because of this, you and Yuri here, I'll say that Yuri, you would have brought him to one of the coastal Gassian like themed restaurants. That is
We
where
wanted to
the-
go.
Yeah, so you do find all this food is made in plenty, and I will say here for price there. This is how much. I mean, what are you getting to eat, Yuri? Are you getting anything complicated or?
I'm getting the daily special.
Okay, and I guess I will lower the price a little bit. There we go.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff I'm getting is like it's very like traditional, like rural Slavic food.
It's 15 cards for the whole meal.
That's it?
Yeah,
Damn.
nothing crazy. Yeah, I remember money conversion. 15 cards is I forget the exact conversion. 15 cards is a decent amount,
It's like $30.
roughly. Yeah.
Yeah, which is still not bad for 2 people at all.
I'd
That's
pay that
that's
also.
that's diner food. That's like
I mean, yeah,
that's
you're-
like you
yeah.
go to like a good cheap diner. That's every diner that I know that has cheap prices has ridiculously good food.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are indeed at a diner, so this is exactly what you wanted. This is the diner food. It's not super pricey, very tasty. Actually, you see, tasty. Hang on. Oh
Did
yeah,
Bala
tasty.
cook this food?
I got it. It's a 91 from the chef.
Oh my gosh.
They hooked you guys up. This is some tasty ass food.
So while we're eating, I will bring it up. I contacted one of the nearby safety service stations to see what kind of firearms they were selling. It would seem that the cheaper option is about 400 cards, with a more expensive option being about 600 cards.
Yeah.
The more expensive one would be like a concealable, within the palm of your hand kind of weapon. but the 400 carats could be more of a long rifle.
Well, it's expensive. I can't really afford that right now. But I can shoot quite well. I've shot harpoons. I've shot rifles. I don't own any rifles, but my brother owns a pistol and a rifle as well. Just because my brother does some hunting on the side. We tended to make our own crafty villages. But
I do not mean to lead to incorrect assumption, but you already have a weapon with your machete. I do not.
which is why I was saying I can do rifles. I have weapon here, but I think especially with your frame and age, and I mean no offense, but I think maybe a good pistol, something that could get something off of you quickly. If somebody started to attack you, might be a good idea. Or if you wanted to go something with more oomph, room clearing, shotgun might be a good idea. Maybe even something that was more shorter shotgun that you could hide in a coat.
I am not trying to lead to casualty. I'm trying to protect myself.
That's why I said shotgun. Listen, Yuri, I mean, if you have to shoot a gun, the likelihood is whatever you're going to hit it at or fire it at is not going to be alright. And frankly, you would know better than me. It doesn't matter where you hit necessarily on the body, there's always going to be something that could be vital. You hit the leg, you got big veins. You hit arm, big veins. Shoulder, big veins. And you can't use arm anymore. You hit chest, well, goodbye.
To an extent. I know where the organs are. I know where the superficial wounds can be created.
Not to mention, pistol, say somebody grabs it, and say you accidentally fire a shot, now you're screwed. Shotgun, you point it in the general direction. They're generally not going to want to try anything.
If we are close enough that they can take my pistol, and you are not swinging your machete, I think we are already doomed.
Well, we've had people where, I mean, think about it. If they have money, they'll likely have people. And they might have guns. I'd rather at least have the gun or a gun pointed at someone, and the machete can do talking if we have to. I'm good with these things. I can smack many things with this. I've cut much meat, and I can do what I can do with this, but that's my recommendation. If you want pistol, have pistol, easier to conceal, and that type of thing. But I will definitely be using machete. I don't necessarily need gun, this is more for you.
I don't know if I can make such a decision. Do we really need to be so certain of all of this violence?
If these people are down for kidnapping, if that's what happens, I'd rather be safe than sorry.
I don't exactly know that they'd kidnapped anyone.
With that, Norvin is gone MIA. Completely. Randomly. Going for a lead for something. People who dabble in artifacts, anything that is wealthy, at least in my experience of people who, when money gets involved, or things of value, there really isn't much of limits that they will go. They tend to do what they consider is necessary, including killing and kidnapping. And I don't feel like dying. And frankly, a gun pointed is a gun pointed. Makes you... let's say it makes you the chief negotiator.
I don't know. Maybe I will go for a smaller, nimble blade.
That would work. I mean, yeah, it's fine. Go for it. I have my pocket knife and I have my machete. I also have a spyglass I could beat someone over the head with. People used to try to wrestle our boats. That was a pretty common thing. And having our gaffs and harpoons and spears on the boats, and that didn't really deter them because they had guns. But the moment that we ended up making guns, which we were literally using as tools, you point it, they tended to leave you alone.
I don't think that everything will be like that.
It's fine. I mean, whatever floats your boat. It's just my recommendation.
Suppose I'll just finish eating and then at some point head off to acquire some kind of supplies.
Alright, anything particular you wish to buy? Also, if you'd like to make a list of things you want to buy in the interim off screen, you can do that as well. So you can have time to look through the items and equipment section on the actual document. And I'll tell you what you can buy.
I'm going to acquire equipment, quote unquote.
And I guess
for now.
we'll skip some time and say it's about. I mean, honestly, we could skip to the unless you have anything else you wish to do in the day. We could skip to the evening unless you have anything else you wish to do during the day.
I wanna tell Yuri my supplies that I have, real quick, because I actually have a surprising amount of supplies.
That sailor kit.
Sailor kit for one, but I also bought a survival kit.
Oh, you did. This is true.
Yeah. So, Lily, I have compass, I have pocket knife, I have matches, oil lantern, I have a machete, an oil can for the oil lantern, I have a hiking bag, a sleeping bag with a tent, I have a bunch of chips, I have a clump of paper, and 2 porno mags. The porno mags was acquired. What'd you say?
I think he's talking to someone possibly. The porno bags.
I was in the shop. I bought them so I didn't look weird.
I remember. I know what they're from. I think it's crazy.
Whoa, mama.
Unfolded. Ooh.
It's got the centerfold.
Yeah, just down the middle. Ooh. I like what I'm seeing.
Oh, mama.
Man,
Would they have full bush during this time period?
Oh my gosh! Even though you're doing in town, anything you're doing in town before the evening when you get the car dropped off to you.
Hey, these are important questions. Are we bush or no bush?
These are not important questions.
It's super important.
Do you have anything else you're doing in town before you leave?
Am I going through the weeds? Or
That's it. I'm fast forwarding time.
I don't have anything. I'm pretty good. I got some chips. The only thing I might grab is like an extra thing of like dried meats and stuff.
Okay.
Just for some extra, because I only have some chips, so I might grab some like
I'll say.
some perish, maybe some canned food.
Was that Christian?
I have returned.
Hello. Anything you want to do in town before the evening comes to a close and you get the cart?
Besides the supply grab, no.
All right. In that case, you arrive back at your home at about 6, going on 7. You hear the meep meep out front of your home, Yuri.
All right.
And compared to a normal steam cart, this one looks like it's made of a lot lighter metal. It looks like it's lighter metal, less storage capacity, and that's roughly the only differences there. It definitely has smaller wheels too. It can hold one less person than it normally can. But she gets and goes, here's the steam cart. It's older, but it'll get you there. Walks up to the two of you, gives each like a warm hug each at the same time. Do stay safe, please.
Nah.
Of course.
She lets you guys go, looks back at you and goes, You bring Norman home, and if I find Rashawn, I'll send him your way.
Did he cut out for you too?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. She says, you bring Norman home, and if I find Rashawn, I'll send him your way.
Sounds good.
And
Thank you.
hopefully we'll see each other again in one piece.
One piece.
Oh my god. She looks at Yuri and goes, keep your wits about you, Yuri. And looks at you, Alexei, and make sure he keeps his wits about him, Alexei.
Nah.
Just on the lips.
Alright. I've left you each 100 cards in a small bag in the back seat. Hopefully it's enough for now. It's some extra money Norman had laying around in his office, and I assumed it was for you all when he had met you again, but I guess he never got around to paying you.
Perfect. Good work. Okay.
She'll take a step back, look you both up and down, nod, and then begin walking off.
Perfect.
And you all have your steam cart to drive. I'm guessing Yuri's driving.
Of
Yes.
course, I'm the one with the driving skill.
I drive boat.
Yeah, I took the driver's trait.
Following the trail left behind by Vincent Rowan, you learn two important things. First, with Norman still missing and another artifact in the city, what is about to happen next is beyond your control at the moment. Second, there's one place Vincent frequently uses, and perhaps use it again soon. However, that removes you from any further action within Visix. What it can be done with the information, and is an opportunity to do something with the time you have and knowledge you have. You've decided there's only one way to find out. Begin your trek towards this address to this town near Bloomfast. And as you're driving out of the town, you hear over the radio a broadcast. And to roughly summarize the broadcast, you hear that there was a very detrimental robbery at the gallery the night before.
Yep.
Another one?
4 attackers broke in. One was captured thanks to the help of a few locals, but the artifact being showcased and sold was stolen. As you all begin to make your way out, before I end the session, we will do a bit of a time skip as you are driving. The date is 26/08/452. The coastal drizzle starts to pick up into heavy rain the closer you get to your destination. A small settlement just off in the distance comes into view as you exit a small cargo tunnel. Only a few more hours until you reach Vince Rowan's drop-off location. Answers are just within reach. And that's where we conclude tonight's session.
Yeah. Also, funnily enough, I just thought about this. If we need to get out somewhere, like escape, my fucking family's village is not like that far from Bloomfast.
You guys are
I'm
about-
just south of Bloomfast.
You guys are about right there. So,
We finally did a 2-man D&D party.
We fractured the moon.
Holy shit.
and you all have just begun Chapter 5, which is
We stay
the end of the introductory. Chapter 5 is the last chapter in the introduction, and it is the longest chapter since, or the longest chapter that has been written in the first 4.
No more training wheels.
Will
Pull
be.
your pants down. It's really
No, that's chapter 6. Chapter 5 is the last chapter in the introduction.
So game next Saturday? Okay.
I mean, if the other 2 parties can't make it, that's how it works.
I think
isn't
so.
it?
No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, next Saturday is a possibility, unless Char. Oh, no, yeah, because Char can do next Saturday.
Oh,
Okay.
so you gotta see if Chris was in.
No, they're doing
Alright.
tomorrow.
Oh. Cool. Gamer moment. It's late. You know how it is. I'm
Yeah.
fucking
Sorry.
hungry.
Sorry about that.
I'm also hungry.
Hungry. That's all I gotta say. Stars. Gay sex with Alexi in the car on the way. Steamy hot
Yeah.
sex.
Huh?
Hand on the window. Titanic scene.
Mhm.
Do, 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 do.
The cars.
Wishes. More information. More to investigate. More to fill out my Obsidian map. I will start giving you session by session Obsidian map updates.
I love that. It's gonna be dope.
I love how we've all just adapted stars, wishes, and scorns in like all of our games.
You didn't even ask for it.
I
I'm
did.
just
You
forcing
just
you
said
guys.
stars. Oh. Yeah.
I know that the other gallery robbery does not have to be tied to Thieves 2, but it's a question mark tie-in so far. It's the only one that makes sense.
I got you. I like that.
Otherwise, Scorns, not enough racism.
Oh my goodness.
I was really hoping the old guy was gonna pull out some old-fashioned ones.
Oh, a fucking sandwalker.
Oh no!
All right,
Your turn.
stars. Stars for the session. Honestly, dude, I love the fucking story shit already. I'm excited to see where this goes. I love this type of narrative experience. Just enjoying everything a lot. I really enjoy I love significant RP stuff, so this is really good with this, and I like this world theme anyway. So that's my big star. Especially with it being an introductory period, it's hard to get started. So I'm like, I really like the mystery aspects of everything. I'm really enjoying that much. Wishes, I cannot wait for spooky shit. I fucking love spooky shit. So
Oh, we're getting there.
yeah, I'm very excited for that eldritch spooky shit.
Also, the fact that you find anything at all in chapter 1 is a big testament. There's not really a lot at all in the first 5 chapters.
No, it shouldn't be. It should be something it should be slow burn. So it's like,
Yeah.
scorn.
Yeah.
My only scorn. Fair food went right through me, and I had to I was listening in the bathroom with the door open, with my headphones propped in the pool table, like, all right, let me listen as good, and in between plops. So my only scorn is from Christians from Shatterfaith last week, having to fucking be gone for a little bit.
I got you.
Damn, I wish I was fucking there.
Or I got you guys. I mean, it's you guys now. Until Derek comes back, it's just you guys. You
Hey, I'm
are
fine with
team
that.
2.
Christian and I have good RP together, we know this.
I was gonna say, if you couldn't tell, I was really feeling Yuri today.
You guys were killing.
I'm always feeling Yuri.
Come on, man.
You guys were killing. I had a blast. You guys were doing great today. It was awesome. It's fucking dope. Oh god, I'm still alive.